He who runs after good fortune runs away from peace. If you are filled with pride, then you will have no room for wisdom. Nobody is born wise. One who causes others misfortune also teaches them wisdom. The wise create proverbs for fools to learn not to repeat. What you learn is what you die with. When a king reigns, it is thanks to the people. When a river sings, it is thanks to the stones. You always learn a lot more when you lose than when you win. Where a woman rules, streams run uphill. Only a wise person can solve a difficult problem. The good mother knows what her children will eat. Wisdom is like a baobab tree. No one individual can embrace it. Wisdom is not like money to be tied up and hidden. What is bad luck for one man is good luck for another. When a king has good counselors, his reign is peaceful. When you follow in the path of your father, you learn to walk like him. By the time the fool has learned the game, the players have dispersed. He is a fool whose sheep runs away twice. He who cannot dance will say the drum is bad. A child does not laugh at the ugliness of his mother. All heads are the same, but not all thoughts are the same. An army of sheep led by a lion can defeat an army of lions led by a sheep. If a blind man says he will throw a stone at you, he probably has his foot on one. If there were no elephant in the jungle, the buffalo would be a great animal. If we put a hammer in every person's hand, could they all become blacksmiths? If an arrow has not entered deeply, then its removal is not hard. If you educate a man, you educate one individual, but if you educate a woman, you educate a family. One camel does not make fun of the other camel's hump. One head alone does not go into council. When a fish rots, the head stinks first. Those who are born on top of the anthill take a short time to grow tall. You cannot climb to the mountain top without crushing some weeds with your feet. When you befriend a chief, remember that he sits on a rope. When there is peace in the country, the chief does not carry a shield. When the powerful sit, they are none the weaker. If a leader loves you, he makes sure you build your house on rock. The chameleon looks in all directions before moving. The one nearest to the enemy is the real leader. Water that has been begged for does not quench the thirst. By trying a 10th monkey learns to jump from the tree. He who fears the sun will not become chief. He who is destined for power does not have to fight for it. A boat cannot go forward if each rows his own way. Do not forget what is to be a sailor because of being a captain yourself. If you are filled with pride, then you will have no room for wisdom. The humble pay for the mistakes of their leaders. A clever king is the brother of peace. A crowd can easily overpower a bull. Even an ant can hurt an elephant. The jungle is stronger than the elephant. The sun never sets without fresh news. Copying everyone else all the time, the monkey one day cut his throat. What has horns must not be hid in a sack. A brave man dies once, a coward 1,000 times. A bridge is repaired only when someone falls into the water. He who does not seize opportunity today will be unable to seize tomorrow's opportunity. The key to a healthy body is a good head. Wisdom does not come overnight. Haste and hurry can only bear children with many regrets along the way. The chameleon changes color to match the earth. The earth doesn't change color to match the chameleon. The strong do not need clubs. There can be no peace without understanding. A canoe does not know who the leader is when it turns over. Everyone gets wet. A little rain each day will fill the rivers to overflowing. Advice is a stranger. If he's welcome, he stays for the night. If not, he leaves the same day. Wealth is like hair. In the nose it hurts to be separated, whether from a little or from a lot. Even the fiercest leader in the world is overcome by sleep. He who thinks he is leading and has no one following him is only taking a walk. Obstinacy does not redeem anyone. The betrothed of good is evil, the betrothed of life is death, the betrothed of love is divorce. The words of the elders become sweet someday. A snake that you can see does not bite. An ox shits more than 100 mosquitoes. Never marry a woman who has bigger feet than you. If you do not have patience, you cannot make beer. Leadership does not depend on age. Learning expands great souls. Love is a despot who spares no one. Supposing doesn't fill the grain basket if doesn't fill the larder. A bird that flies from the ground onto an anthill does not know that it is still on the ground. A person who has children does not die. A tree does not move unless there is wind. An intelligent enemy is better than a stupid friend. Being happy is better than being king. Even the Niger River must flow around an island. If you damage the character of another, you damage your own. If you think you have someone eating out of your hands, it is a good idea to count your fingers. In the moment of crisis, the wise build bridges and the foolish build dams. Little by little, the bird builds its nest. Other people's wisdom prevents the king from being called a fool. The big game often appears when the hunter has given up the hunt for the day. The rain does not recognize anyone as a friend that drenches all equally. The rhinoceros never dances with the monkey. When the mother goat breaks into the yam store, her kid watches her. Where you will sit when you are old shows where you stood in youth. Words are sweet, but they never take the place of food. When a woman has not had sex for a long time, she becomes easily frustrated at the slightest provocation. Birds sing not because they have answers, but because they have songs. He who doesn't clean his mouth before breakfast always complains that the food is sour. If you liked the video, Please tell me by commenting, and if you like the video, then please like and subscribe the channel so that all my upcoming videos reach you first.